Hey everyone, I'm back here at Universal Studios because we have another Halloween Horror Nights update to talk about this week. We got our next IP house announced, which was yesterday. No surprise, it was Hellraiser. So we're gonna go inside the park, talk about the details that we know so far about what's gonna be inside that house. We're also gonna show off the new merchandise, which from the looks of it, actually looks like it's gonna be pretty good. And then we have massive updates on the Fast and the Furious coaster. And there's one piece of HHN construction that's popped up today that I have never seen in the park before. Guys, it's hot. A little breezy today, but it is scorching out here. And before we go into the park, massive update on the Fast and the Furious coaster. The spike is completed. You can see the Fast and the Furious flag is flying at the top along with the American flag. So the spike is officially done. They've done even more track versus just a couple of days ago when we were here. I just can't believe how fast they move. It's unbelievable how quickly this went up. So I just walked into the park, and when I scanned in, they gave me this little Minions and Monsters button, little Fandango gift. Minions and Monsters is in theaters today. Today is July 1st, so they had a little giveaway. As I mentioned, the next house coming to HHN, both here in Orlando and in Hollywood, is Hellraiser. A lot of people have been speculating it for months and months. It's official now, so we're gonna play the little teaser that came with the announcement.
Ah, you're back. The trick of the game is knowing when to quit. 'Cause once you're hooked, you've already lost. Unleash Hellraiser, one nightmare of many, only at Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
Enter a realm of eternal suffering where Pinhead and his Cenobites derive their immense pleasure in this haunted house based on the original Hellraiser trilogy. So there's been a lot of Hellraiser movies over the years. They actually just kind of like rebooted the franchise with that Hulu show or a little mini movie that they did not that long ago. So there's a lot of speculation about like, is this gonna be the original Hellraiser? Which one of these movies do I have to watch in order to prepare for this house? You got your answer. It's based on the original trilogy. And as is the case with all the house announcements, you have the little sign out here in front of the Five and Dime. The key art looks really, really good. I've said this with every IP announcement that they've made. The key art is awesome. But let's go see if either this is on a shirt or if the shirt is actually like worth getting compared to the others. All right, so here is the merch. First things first, here is the Hellraiser shirt. You got Pinhead on there. He's holding the box, of course. The box does say Halloween Horror Nights, and then it says Hellraiser on the bottom. Oh yeah, and then on the back it says, "We'll tear your soul apart." The shirts are gonna be $30, but I like that it actually says Halloween Horror Nights on it. There's a new little Pinhead acrylic piece if you guys are doing the carousel set. That's what that looks like, all assembled. There's Pinhead on the diorama, comes with a couple stands, a little Hellraiser sign. This is gonna be $15. Also looks like they have some chrome stickers, and then these are gonna be $16 for the stickers. On the other side of the little merch display, they had the little mini poster of the key art that they switched out. I will say, this shirt design is the best of the IP shirts that they've done so far. Like, I'm definitely a fan of this versus the Sinners one or the Stranger Things one, but I'll keep saying it. I hope when the event actually starts, we get this on merchandise. Same for Sinners and Stranger Things, because the key arts have been really, really good. If you're here on the day that they announce a house and you want merch and you just don't want to deal with all the chaos at the Five and Dime, just go over to the island side. They have everything over there, and there's a lot less people. Okay, so I did pick up the little acrylic piece for the carousel. I'm gonna unbox this and kind of put it together in just a second so you can see what it looks like. But I just want to say, shout out to the merch team on the Hellraiser stuff, because that was significantly better than what we got for Sinners and Stranger Things as far as that shirt design. I didn't pick it up because I'm not like the biggest Hellraiser fan. Very excited for it to come to HHN for sure. It's gonna be real scary. But yeah, if you are a Hellraiser fan, I mean, that's a shirt you would pick up, and that's a shirt that honestly I could see selling out and not restocking. So shout out to the merch team for actually putting something together that's worth picking up from a shirt perspective. We got the Maryland show going on. You could probably hear it in the background, but let's unbox the little Pinhead acrylic figure. So there you go. There is the Pinhead acrylic figure. It does come with a couple other accessories, but I'm not gonna take those out for now just because I don't want to lose them. But yeah, you can see he's holding the box. It's really cool. I love this set that they've been doing. They did add more spots, so I'm curious to see what else is going to come from like an IP perspective. All right, so now let's take a look at some tweets from Mike Aiello, Ramon, and the HHN team on what they had to say about the Hellraiser house. So Michael said, anytime we're asked if there's any more horror white whales for us to feature, Hellraiser was always on that list. That list just got shorter. We have such sights to show you. And then Ramon said, white whale acquired. Thrilled for this iconic property to be represented as part of our HHN 35 lineup. The team involved in this one killed it and have such sights to show you. And then Jordan Hill said, this house is a great representation of the films. Bloody and gory in all the right ways with some of the coolest scenic of the year. One fun tidbit, our team has a scene in this house which uses some cool new technology never seen at HHN before. I'm excited for this house. I'm not the biggest Hellraiser fan, like this wasn't a dream IP for me, but I know it was for a lot of people. So for those people, I'm excited for you guys for sure. And like I said, I know this is gonna be a scary house. Like when Universal Creative has the opportunity to do something that they've always wanted to do, and then they finally get the chance to do it, it's like a passion project, right? So even if you're not the biggest fan of Hellraiser, this is gonna be a really good house. I'm kind of viewing this, for me personally, kind of like Insidious from a couple of years ago. I am not a big fan of the Insidious movies. They're a little too scary, a little too creepy for me, but that house was fantastic. One of the best HHN houses that I've gone through in recent memory. So I'm expecting that same kind of vibe and feeling to carry over for Hellraiser, and I'm really excited to see what the team does with it. Pop back over by the sprung tents by the Simpsons, and we can see that they've installed the queue lines back here. But that's pretty much all I can see right now. This tent's door is open, so something's going on in there today. But as far as like updates go, at least that we could see, that is all I can see, is that the fence has gone up. You got a couple people right now walking back there, carrying some stuff, working on the houses inside, but nothing we could see from the outside. And I don't think we've seen these yet. We've had some truss pop up in front of the Jaws bathrooms over here. This is normally just like ambient lighting for the food booths. That's gonna be right over there. But we have one truss right here, right outside the bathroom, and then there's another truss right over here. Came over by the Fear Factor stage, and they're working inside. Can't really see anything other than some of like the lighting rigs that have been pulled up to the ceiling. But there's music playing in there. I don't think it's like music that has to do with the show. I think it's just music for the workers. You hear that? You can hear them sawing in there. Something's going on. I could also smell like fresh paint. So I think they're like cutting things and maybe doing some painting, but they're definitely painting something inside because I smell the fumes while I'm standing here. So there was nothing new in the Central Park scare zone. Everything looked exactly the same. And it looks like that's the case over here for the rumored club horror as well. No new changes versus the weekend. You still have all the little stages out and about, but we'll keep our eyes on this. I know the last couple of times we came in New York, there really wasn't much new other than some lights, but we finally have a piece of truss that's gone up right across from Louis. Nothing really going on with it. Obviously this will be decorated to something over time, but we got our first truss here in New York. Okay, I'm over here by Transformers, and I'm seeing something that I've never seen as far as HHN construction goes in the New York section of the park. This is really interesting. Directly across from Transformers, there's this massive truss structure, and there's normally never anything over here as far as HHN goes. So this has gotta be for Horror Nights, and it looks like the New York Scare Zone maybe is expanding to do things that they've never really done before, at least in recent years. But yeah, you have 4 big truss like supports over here. It kind of connects in some version of like a cage. But yeah, this is very interesting. I have not seen anything over here, at least in all the years that I've come. Maybe ever? I don't know. If you guys have been coming for a really long time, you can let me know. Also, they used to have the Secret Life of Pets over here at the top of the steps, and those are no longer here. So they took away that photo op, and something's going here. Now, whether this is gonna be like some sort of a photo experience during the event, who knows? So we'll see what this becomes. So the other day when we were here, we pointed out that these truss structures over by the Music Plaza stage are for the 4th of July, and it's now officially confirmed. You can see the 4th of July decorations that are here. We got some bunting, you got some fireworks, stars and stripes, and then they have, might be a little bit hard to see on camera, but they have red, white, and blue like string lights that go across all of the truss over the stage and then connects all the way down on the other side. So yeah, all those trusses that we saw the other day, like we originally thought, are for the 4th of July. Want to give a shout out to our buddy Adam over at Howled Adventures. Really cool channel, does great jobs at like filming haunts and things like that. So check that out. But he commented on our video from the other day saying, I'm surprised to see the house entrances with all the construction that's going on for the Fast and the Furious coaster. So I went and I watched his video, and he had clips from BioReconstruct in there that showed like aerial shots of the house entrance as it relates to the Fast and the Furious coaster. I didn't realize that it's like literally right there. So good catch by him. It is gonna be very interesting to see like how quick they finish up all that pavement and stuff, because like literally right beyond the walls, it's just all dirt. Like all the pathways we used to take to get back to Five Nights at Freddy's, Wyatt 6, El Artista, all that stuff, it's just a complete dirt field right now. So very interested to see like how that shakes up. I did not realize like just how far forward the construction came. And even over here by the Fallon bathrooms, like literally right behind this wall, there's dirt, and you could see, you know, bobcats and things like that. So something to keep an eye on. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's quick update. I know it was really short. I did want to get you guys an update on the Hellraiser stuff, share some information on that, show off the merchandise, and we'll be back probably next week. We hope each and every one of you have a great 4th of July, have fun. And as always, if you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, make sure you give it a nice big thumbs up. And if you're watching other creators too, give their videos thumbs up. We are grinding out here in the heat to give you guys like all this coverage and bring you guys these videos. It's crazy hot. So the least you can do is just give the video a nice big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss out on all of our future Universal and Halloween Horror Nights updates to come over the weeks and months ahead. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys real soon.